of co-listening, a powerful form of verbal meditation, we could say. It's an opportunity to clear some thoughts and some ideas and emotions. Make it confidential, so no interruptions. Create the right space so you're comfortable. I like to close my eyes when I am the speaker. The listener can be eyes open, kind of gazing at me, holding that space, if you will. And then just kind of let it flow. It's a time to just let thoughts bubble up and go with the flow. You'll see the example. Sometimes there's quiet. That's okay too. So just explore it. And the more you repeat it, the more you'll be comfortable with it. And I hope you enjoy this. Well, it feels good to sit still for a moment. It's been a busy day. I can feel my eyes don't really want to close and settle. I can feel that compulsion to go get some more stuff done, or like, why am I sitting still for a moment, etc. It's funny, I can hear the washing machine in the background and realizing, oh, I've got something else on my to-do list today. So yeah, I can feel my neck's a little bit tight on the left side. I think I slept funny or on the pillow weird or something. Yeah, I can feel myself starting to settle down a little bit. It's actually really good to do this. I get that feeling, and I'm realizing you're there watching me right now. You know, it's yeah, that feels good. It feels good to be seen. I mean, there's a moment of awkward of like, oh, I'm on, and yet there's that feeling of, you know, you care and you're there to just hear me out. So yeah, it's funny. As I settle down a little bit more, it's almost like below the doing of things on the surface. I can, if I just get still in this, I get a sense of my mind racing. You know, it's busy. It almost has its own momentum. So it feels good to be okay with that. Just let it whirl around a little bit. Yeah, and I guess what bubbles up from the whirring around mind is, you know, suddenly there's a thought about my kids, you know, something in my, not worry, but, you know, oh, there's something coming up for one of them. And yeah, just feeling that, feeling the uncomfortableness when they're uncomfortable. I know this is supposed to be about 3 minutes, and I feel like it's been about 3 hours, which is good.
Time.
That's funny. Thank you. So this is the transition time. Quietly switch to the other person. No need to chat or check in with them at all.
So I'm just checking in with myself. I feel pretty good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a good 9.5. I've been working on some projects recently that are all coming together a lot of synchronicity, and feeling really positive and productive with that. Getting out of the house this morning was a bit of a challenge with 4 teenagers at home, and they're used to mom being with them while they're doing their online school. So yeah, just recognize that we've been in a good routine for the last 12 weeks as they went from in-class school to online school, and everybody seems to have really adjusted well to it, actually. The 4 teenagers at home and the 2 adults have been around quite a bit, so it's nice to see everybody kind of supporting each other. And not to say we haven't had our challenges. Everybody has had a little bit of anxiety, been out of sorts, not understanding what they're feeling. So I'm really proud of my kids for coming together and supporting each other in this time. And I also realize, as a mother, my heart goes out to them when they are suffering like that. And then I recognize I also need to be the example, because I was feeling very stressed out and anxious and depressed with all the changes that have come about. And what I found worked for me is just checking in with myself, the scale of 1 to 10, and then also checking in with what's going on with my body. And I often find there's a shallow breathing when I'm feeling like that. So just going back into the deep 3-part breath, or doing a little bit of meditation has been really, really helpful. So I feel like the last couple weeks I've been coming off caffeine and cleaning up my diet and just finding a new baseline and feeling actually really good. I was feeling quite tired and foggy brain, and I just felt I needed a change with that, and also to be a good model for my kids too, to handling the stresses in healthy ways. And even when I take a deep breath, if they're sitting beside me, I find they do as well. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, just feeling hopeful and really positive about some good things that are happening in my life right now, and then also confident that I know how to deal with the stresses and be a little bit more resilient with the coping tools that I've been using. So feeling good about that.
Time.
Thank you.
And when you're complete, just quietly transition back to your day. If there's something specifically you want feedback about from the person that was listening to you, wait a day. Wait, and then that will give you some time to frame that, and if you have something you need some support on, to ask them about